Greetings, friends, and welcome to the woods. Since I spoke with you about the need to mind your thoughts and your emotions, because as you build your spiritual self, your sacred self, they will create, they will manifest your reality. They will accentuate things, they will put momentum to things. And the buffer between when you think, when you feel, the thoughts focus where the energy is going, the emotions battery that, they project it, they put power behind your thoughts. The lag time between when that happens, when you do that, and when the manifestation occurs, it's getting shorter. So yes, I warned about thoughts and emotions, but I want to put a caveat in there. The current generation, the current several generations of humans in my culture have been encouraged to see words, whether they're printed out on a page or whether they're spoken, as being very physical. Now, while we are moving to a point where words will have more power, you cannot allow words to override the physicality of things. You cannot treat words as if it is a physical thing. It's giving them too much power. And I notice that this is almost exclusively is words that are problematic, words that are a problem. We're making these words too powerful. We are claiming that these words have the power to destroy a person. And if we believe that, if we claim that, if we push that as truth, it will be truth. We don't need to be making the words of difficult people, of people who have issues with others, of people who do not play nice with others. We can't give that so much power. The more you ban a word, the more power you give to that word. You're literally putting weapons in the hands of problematic people by saying a word is too frightening, it's too damaging, it's too dangerous to say. It's a word. In my generation and my parents' generation and their parents' generation, there was a cutesy little saying, was taught to all the children, was a mantra, and it was real. And that mantra was, sticks and stones will break my bones, but names will never hurt me. And we taught that to our children so that when they were mocked or teased or given a hard time, somebody yelled a word at them or called them a terrible name, as children tend to do, they could simply recite that mantra, sticks and stones, meaning if the person had taken a stone or grabbed a stick and come after them, thrown it at them, or come after them, they could be hurt. The person came at them with fists or a gun, they could be hurt. But you call me a name, you can't physically hurt me with that. You can't hurt me with that. That just bounces right off of me. I don't care. If I don't care, it can't hurt me. See, that builds resilience and that builds power. That makes us someone who has a lot more internal strength. But they don't want this generation. Our farmers do not want this generation to have internal strength. It wants them to be terrified all the time and trying to defend themselves against words. These are words. Do not give them more power by banning them. The N word. What's the N word? We're all supposed to know what the N word is. But, it's been so long since anybody's said it. I've forgotten. And now it's gone Beyond that, now we have the L word and the O word and the G word. We have so many euphemistic references to words that we are not supposed to use that I'm not even sure what those words are anymore. But it's a word. It's a word. It can't hurt you if you don't let it. All right? Now, using a word, putting power behind it to manifest something, that can hurt someone. But simply saying a word. And why do you want to alter people's self-expression? If somebody wants to use a word in front of me that I consider to be problematic, whether they say it in joke or whether they say it in seriousness, that tells me something about that person. I would like to know who I'm dealing with. I would like for them to feel like they can speak freely, so I know who they are. I'd like to know who's afraid of words and who's not. I'd like to know who can use the big words and who can't. I would like to be able to talk to someone without immediately being afraid that I'll offend them, because I might not use a word that they feel that I should be using. I may not talk the way they feel I should talk. I'm not going to confine myself to what others believe I should do or say if there's no physical ramification for it. And when it comes to words, unless you are spellcasting, ooh, I said it, ooh, that's your spellcasting. Words don't have to hurt you. And do you know how you overcome the damage that words can do? A scary word? You use it over and over and over again until it's lost its potency. While I do not ascribe to the religion of psychology, a psychologist will tell you, if you want to overcome your fear of anything or your sensitivity toward anything, avoiding exposure will not work. That will make that sensitivity and that fear stronger. Exposing yourself to it slightly and then more and more and more until you're immersed in what you fear, that will allow you to overcome your fear. When you have exposure to it and you see that it hasn't harmed you, exposure to it in a safe manner. I'm not saying jump into the deep end of a pool if you can't swim. I'm saying if you're afraid of water, taking a glass of water and putting it on the table in front of you and looking at it, and then maybe bringing it a little closer and a little closer, will help you overcome that fear. But avoiding water, because water is scary and you could drown, that is not going to allow you to get past what's limiting you. And avoiding a word because somehow it might upset you is not going to allow you to master your environment, who you are, what you are, where you came from, or that word. Something to think about, and welcome to the woods.